Hey craft lovers, my name is Raina. I work for the Western Sullivan Public Library, and today we are going to be making luminaries. We're going to be making them with a glass jar and some napkins, decorative napkins, some Mod Podge, and you're going to need a paintbrush for that as well. And then we have a little fake candle here. And you can get all of the supplies at any of our 3 branches in Callicoon, Jeffersonville, or Narrowsburg. We will have supply stations set up at each branch throughout the month of January while supplies last. So make sure you stop by and get your stuff. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so first we are going to take our napkin that we want to use. You're only going to need 1 napkin for this, but if you want to grab 2 napkins in case you make a mistake, that's fine. So we're going to take our napkin and we are going to take off the decorative layer. Now you're going to see that there's multiple layers. You're going to want to separate those. Okay, so now you have this very thin layer with the design on it, really pretty. So what I would do is I would just lay your napkin without any glue or anything on your jar. Just lay it on there just to see where you want it and see if you need to cut your napkin at all. Also, if you have a lid on your jar, you can take that off. I'm probably never going to need it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to cut mine. I'm going to cut my napkin because I got a pretty big one. I'm going to cut it in half. Okay, and I can save this, just put it to the side for another one, my other half. All right, so this is the one that I'm going to use. It's going to look really pretty. Ooh, I'm excited for that. If you want this same pattern, you can find it at any of the branches. I was going to do this one, which is also really cute. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to coat this entire thing with our Mod Podge, and then we're going to lay this on top of it. I'm just going to set this aside so I don't get any on top. I am using a paintbrush that I don't care about. One that I don't care if I accidentally leave it out and it dries. But if you don't have one like this, again, we have supplies at the library. Everyone will be getting a paintbrush and some glue and a jar and all the supplies you need. So, all right, so let's get started. Coat this whole thing, and I want it to kind of be a light coating. I don't want it to be too much. I don't want to glop it on or anything. Okay, that looks pretty good. I did not do the bottom. I just did the sides, and I'm also going to wait to do the lip of it. Okay. Now I'm gonna take my napkin. I'm just going to rest it right up against it. I'm gonna go all the way around. Now I can go around and just smooth out the edges. kind of pat it. All right. Now I'm going to take another, I'm going to dip my brush again, and I'm going to go along the outside part of it. Again, I'm just doing a thin layer. This just makes it so it's definitely sealed on there. I'm going around and I'm just smoothing it out. Now I'm gonna go along the bottom, just along the edge, because I don't want to glue the actual bottom, but just to get this little parts that I didn't get to before. Okay, and then I'm going to do the top edge inside. Okay, and going along the outside, just pushing that in. Now I'm folding my edges in, you don't have to. And now we wait for it to dry. Okay guys, so it's almost all dry. Just this part needs to dry a little bit longer, but I'm going to show you how it works. So if you grab one of these from the libraries, you're going to see at the bottom here there's a little tab, and so we're going to open up the battery pack and we're going to just pull this plastic piece out, and then we'll put the cap back on the battery. And then we turn it on. And then we'll set it in here. Oops. Which is kind of hard to do because these are really deep. But set it in there. Now for the cool part. There is my luminary. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to grab your supplies to make your own napkin luminary from one of our branches. You can go to Callicoon, Jeffersonville, or Narrowsburg while supplies last, and you'll have everything you need. And when you're finished, please share a picture of your finished product on our Facebook, or you can email us, whatever you prefer. We would love to see what you guys have come up with. Another thing you can do, if you want, you can always add other stuff to your luminary. Like, for instance, you can put a ribbon around the edge, you can put some burlap around there, maybe some twine and like some beads. You can do anything you want, but this really turned out nice. I'm very happy with it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.